Wow, I look tired. Because I am. I'm tired, but I'm very happy at the moment. Right, you guys. I'm going to do a life update. I very nearly missed this video this evening. Today is Sunday. I'm filming this just a couple of hours before it's going to go live. And I nearly missed it because we got the keys to our new property on Friday. Yeah, today is Sunday, and it's just been a whirlwind. Like, my body actually hurts from the amount of work that we're doing there. It's a calamity, you guys. It is just like, we knew it was a doer-upper, but it's beyond us. But we're giving it our best shot, and we've got people coming over next week because it's a bank holiday Monday. So we've got people coming over next week to give us quotes on things, but we took the wallpaper off the wall in the master bedroom, and the plaster came off with it. And the plaster didn't come off through our fault. If I explain, there are patches. The wall is like yellow. It's really weird. It's like whoever had that room at one point had a yellow wall, but whoever's done it has plastered over where the plaster has been coming off. So there's these big white patches on this wall, and you touch it and it's like the plaster isn't stuck to the wall anymore. It makes that sort of like paper noise and it just flakes off. So we have got to get a plasterer over, and we've been recommended or advised. My dad, who's a builder, has just been brilliant, and I got on video call with him yesterday evening, and I showed him this wall, and as we were on video call, it was just falling away off the wall, and my dad was like, no, you're gonna have to get that plastered again. But my dad has said he's advised to plaster it and then line it before painting it or putting more wallpaper over the top, whatever we want to do. But there are so many things that need addressing. And yes. But Wednesday's video is going to be all about it, all about the DIY. From the moment we got the keys, in celebrating with champagne, we met some of the neighbours. They came over. We were like, have a champagne, and they were like, yeah, all right. They seem really fun. So yeah, it's just been really full on. So keep an eye out for Wednesday's video, because on Wednesday I actually filmed the day we got the keys, and I have done this before many years ago. I think it must have been 2015. We moved into our place and I filmed the whole thing. And I took it down because I showed too much, way too much, because I had a tiny channel and I thought the only person that watched was my mother. How wrong I was. Anyway, this time I've learnt my lesson. I did want to film it again, but I wanted to do it in a more private way, but still be able to share it with you. So come and check back Wednesday if you want a vlog, a real life vlog. But what I thought we could chat about today is, as the title of this video goes, I felt really rough, for like a couple of weeks now. And I want to share this with you for anyone who might be going through something similar. So about 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, what month are we in? We're in May. So yeah, probably like March, end of March. David and I, we'd been out on a long walk, and just as we were getting home, close to home, I came over so dizzy. I've never known anything like it. Like, I thought I was going to hit the floor, and I felt starving. Now, to be honest, I hadn't eaten, okay? But in that moment, when you feel dizzy and your body craves sugar, ASAP, now, give me sugar. We're walking, and then we bump into a neighbour who wanted to talk. And I was just like, oh my God, please, I need to get home. Anyway, I made it home. I don't even eat sugar, but I was eating like biscuits, cakes. David buys a lot of sweet things. Like, I'm never even tempted by them, but I was in the kitchen just eating whatever I could because I felt so ill. And I was like so dizzy and faint feeling, and I just felt weird. Anyway, I thought that it really scared me. And then a couple of weeks later, it happened again. It wasn't as bad. And it happened after I'd had my dinner, which is the weird thing. So I'd had sweet potato, greens and chicken, and got up, went to have a shower, go to bed, literally came over with one of these dizzy spells, you know, holding onto the wall kind of thing for support because you feel that dizzy. And I wasn't hungry at that point because I'd just eaten my dinner, but my gut instinct is go and eat sugar. So I go to the kitchen, I'm eating sugar, licorice, all sorts, whatever I can find. Nothing is helping. But it's like my brain's saying that to me. My brain is like, you need sugar, I think is going to help fix this. Anyway, again, it went away. Then a third time. By this point, by the second time, I was kind of getting worried that it was a thing. So thinking it could be calories or like low blood sugar, I bought a multi-pack of protein bars. And I just keep one in my bag or in my pocket, or if I'm walking the dog, I'll take it with me. And I thought, if it happens again, I'll just eat one of those and I'm sure that will sort me out. Silly me, like just go to the doctor. But I don't like going to the doctor, so I didn't really want to. Anyway, the third time round, I'm with David. We're walking the dog. And as we're walking along, I came over dizzy, and this time I went over to the grassy area because we had been walking on concrete, and I thought if I pass out, which I felt like I was going to, I thought I don't want to hit concrete. And I got down on the ground, you know, thinking, you know, if I faint, I want to have a soft landing here. Again, I said to David, need to get home, need sugar, gotta go. I had like the shakes, you know, when you have low blood sugar and you get the shakes with it and you feel faint and you just feel awful. So David said to me, he's like, I don't like the sound of this. And what happens if it happens one day when you're out somewhere and this happens to you? That's, you know, could be quite dangerous. And I agreed with him. So I reluctantly went to the doctor. Told the doctor, and I was like, I think it's just hypoglycemia. She was like, no, it's not hypoglycemia. If it happened after you ate that time, that wouldn't do it. But she was like, I want to check your thyroid. That was like one thing in particular. She wanted to check a whole load of things. So she books me in for a blood test. And you know when I hate it. You know when they put the cannula in that bit of your arm there to get the vein? I can't stand it. It cringes me out. I was sat there for a good few minutes because they were testing for so much that it was just like vial after vial after vial coming out of my arm. Then I had to wait for the results. And the results actually came back 2 days later on my NHS app. And the doctor phones me. And I was like, oh no, why is she calling? So I answered the phone. And she said, oh, your results have come in. She was like, yeah, there's something wrong. And I was like, oh, God, what? Like thinking, you know, have I got diabetes or something? And she was like, it's not your thyroid, nothing like that. She said, it's quite treatable. You've got low B12 and vitamin D. And she said, actually, they're both so low that they would both give you these symptoms, but particularly the vitamin B12. So she said, I'm on a whopping dose now of B12, not tablets, injections. I've got to go for a B12 injection every 2 days for 3 weeks. And I had my second injection on Wednesday, just the week just gone. So anyway, it doesn't end there. I have the first injection. It's killer, okay? I don't like injections anyway, but the B12 injection, it does sting. So then for my second one, I was dreading it. And, you know, you sit there and you know what you're in for, which makes it even worse and blah, blah, blah. Then Thursday, to be fair, I haven't had a dizzy spell, okay? Since the second injection, or even the first, but definitely the second, I felt really good and full of energy and just back to myself again. Even though I felt fine before, it was just like these waves of dizziness and I haven't had it since. But I tell you what I did have. On Thursday, I wake up in the morning and I was like, oh my God, my stomach is killing me. all day on Thursday. I haven't actually put it live just yet, but I made a Patreon video, and I was gagging in that video because I made that video the day after, but the day before, the Thursday, couldn't stop being sick. Even the doctor was like, are you pregnant? I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. I just feel sick. Anyway, no. So I phoned the doctor. She said that. And then she said, yeah, B12, when you're having large doses, because you don't have any of it, it will make you feel sick and be sick, diarrhea and headaches. I didn't have the headache, but I had the other two, you know, TMI. But I was so ill. And then I had to go out, didn't I, on Thursday afternoon. I had to go somewhere. So I was just taking like Pepto-Bismol, loads of it, trying to like get myself in order, if you understand where I'm going with that. It was quite terrible. And then the next day, on the Friday, I made my Patreon video that morning. And then we were going to collect the keys for the new place. And all I could think is, I got to keep it together. Like, I was really annoyed, actually, because I kind of low-key felt like it was going to be a bit ruined by the fact that I felt the way I did. But my next injection is going to be on Tuesday. They couldn't do it sooner because of the weekend and it being a bank holiday. So my last injection was Wednesday. My next one's going to be Tuesday. So there is quite a big gap there. But that's when the next one's going to be. So I am actually dreading it now. And I'm dreading it because, yeah, sure, feeling dizzy is not nice. But being sick is worse. For a day after, you are green. Well, I am anyway. So David said to me, he's like, well, you're having the injection on Tuesday. Wednesday's going to be a write-off for you. And then just when you feel better on Thursday, boom, you're going to have another B12 injection. And then it's back downhill. So that's what's been going on for me. And the vitamin D, so she told me that was really common to be low in vitamin D. I've got to take one tablet every week. It's quite like a bomb tablet. It's quite like a powerful tablet. And so I just take one on a Friday, which is when I started taking it. And then obviously the injections as well. And I wanted to share this with you guys because for any of you who you feel like you've got low blood sugar, maybe you do. I'm no doctor, obviously. But it could also be a deficiency, like it has been for me. And so I thought I would share it with you. And also, you know, an added bonus, I didn't feel particularly tired before, but ever since having these injections, I've got so much energy and I feel great, you know, so I'm really grateful for it. But anyway, after I've had all of the injections, I've got to have one of the injections every 3 months thereafter, just to like keep me topped up. So that's what's going on there. As I've said on Wednesday, so Wednesday's video, do you know something? The channel, I was going to say it will be changing. It kind of already has, hasn't it? Because I used to talk about luxury, like every video was luxury. And it's not to say that I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm not, because I still am into it and I enjoy what I have. But boy, I'm not interested in stuff. I mean, come on, guys. Can we talk about these ridiculous new Chanel shoes? They're not shoes. Someone told me they're like a lot of money. How much are they? Does anyone know how much they are? I don't want to say how much I heard they are. And do you know, I guarantee they will sell out. I guarantee, which is just madness, isn't it? And this is, for me, everything wrong with luxury now. When I was talking about luxury, I feel 10 years ago, I loved it. I was really into it. The prices were reasonable-ish. There were great designs, fresh concepts coming out. Now, everything is stupidly expensive, boring. And it's like, I got an email newsletter the other day. I won't say who it's from, but it was like pushing one of their new bags. And it was just like a fabric bag. It looked like a rag. I'm not even joking. And it was £9,000. £9,000. And I just looked at it and I thought, this is the thing. This is the problem. It's just stupidity. It's the emperor's new clothes. You know that story where that guy is basically naked and he's been convinced and told that he's wearing the finest threads and that only noble people can see them, and stupid people see him as being naked, but actually it's just the same thing. And this is it, you know, I feel like I've got everything I want. There will be things over the years that I will buy. I'm never going to come on here and tell you I'm never going to buy luxury again. But I am just so done with it. And those Chanel shoes, to me, epitomise how I feel about luxury right now. I saw them on my feed, and at first I thought it was like a ChatGPT meme. No, they're real. I mean, come on. They are laughing at us, everyone. They are laughing at us. They're stupid. They're not even shoes. I don't even know what you'd call them. And I guarantee they'll be expensive. And I guarantee they will sell out as well. People will run to buy them. Yes, they will. To each their own, but I think it's madness. I mean, what can I say? Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned on Wednesday, okay? This is going to be a new addition to the channel. Is going to be the house that we're renovating and what we're doing to it. And right now it's a complete building site. It's actually, it's a bit depressing over there at the moment. Like, I get over there and I'm like, oh, there's like paintbrushes everywhere and hammers and power tools, and it's just dust, you know. It's not cool. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.